After a full 18 years of raising Alabama Bakar the way he thought best, Travis Bakar has now come forward with regrets about how he brought up his kids, Alabama and London Bakar, who he shares with his ex-partner Shanna Mokla. Growing up in the spotlight from birth, Alabama's lifestyle seems to have taken a path that has raised more than a few eyebrows, and according to Travis, he's reflecting on how he might have contributed to this. What led Travis to openly express regret about his parenting choices after all these years? And what exactly has caused Alabama to be labeled embarrassing by many on the internet? Also, stick around as we'll dive into the Crumbl cookie scandal that recently swept through social media. Let's get into it right away. Travis Bakar shares two kids, London and Alabama Bakar, and also a stepdaughter, Ariana De La Hoya, with his ex-wife Shanna Mokla. Over time, Alabama has been at the center of attention more so than her siblings, primarily because of her social media activities and controversial posts. Growing up, Alabama was mostly with her father, as her mother Shanna Mokla divorced Travis roughly 3 years after she was born. Their reality TV show Meet the Bakars, which aired on MTV until 2006, ended around that same time, leading Shanna and Travis to go their separate ways. Since then, Travis has been the parent by her side throughout her childhood. Given Alabama's upbringing in the front of the cameras, she grew up without much of a filter about what she shared online, posting photos and videos with little concern for who might see them. From her revealing outfits to getting lip fillers and taking weight loss medication, Alabama has been very open about her choices. Her social media is filled with hair transformation and fashion statements that often leave people talking. And all of this, well, it's brought a lot of attention and a fair share of criticism. The real question many people ask is, where are her parents in all of this? Throughout it all, Travis has shown his support for Alabama, liking her posts and sometimes leaving sweet comments on them. He never seemed visibly bothered by the nature of her content. He has always been this supportive, influential father figure, even introducing Alabama to music at a young age. Back in 2017, Travis helped her release her first pop single, Our House, when she was just 12 years old. There are also other songs like Heartbreaker that came out in the following years. It seemed like Travis was always on board with Alabama's choices, never wanting to come off as the strict parent, preferring instead to remain in her good graces. But recently, in a surprising turn, Travis has publicly opened up about regretting how he raised Alabama and London. In 2022, Travis got married to Kourtney Kardashian, and they now have a 10-month-old son together. Kourtney has also seemingly built a great relationship with the Bakar children, especially Alabama. In fact, Alabama once posted on Instagram about how much Kourtney means to her, writing, "You are the best stepmom I could ask for. You are so caring and generous to others. You are such a family person and such a hardworking mom. Even if you don't feel good or have had a hard day, you always put your family first. You have such a beautiful aura and I wouldn't want anyone else as my stepmom." Kourtney, on her part, also seems to feel the same way about Alabama. On Alabama's birthday last year, Kourtney posted, "You are such a blessing in my life. At Alabama Luella Bakar, happy birthday." This shows that the family dynamics are pretty positive and full of love. But at the same time, with Kourtney now in Alabama's life, fans have been wondering if Kourtney is seen as a mother figure, shouldn't she also be guiding Alabama on what's appropriate to post and what's not? Many people think that this is precisely where things went wrong. Travis seems to have a change of heart with his parenting approach after the birth of his son, Rocky Bakar, and has been keeping Rocky away from the spotlight entirely. We haven't even seen the baby's face on social media, which is quite different from how he handled Alabama's early years. It's almost as though Travis realized his mistakes and decided not to repeat them with his youngest child. But this realization has also brought up a lot of questions from fans, who wonder why he did not do the same with older kids, Alabama and London. Eventually, when the questions kept piling up, Travis finally addressed the issue in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. He said, "If I could do everything differently, I would have done the same thing with my older kid. I think it's weird to grow up and you're 15 or 12 and you're like, Mom, you posted this of me? This statement revealed that Travis had noticed his kids going astray but did not want to step in and correct them, possibly out of fear of losing his close relationship with them. But now, with Alabama being an adult, it's a little too late to get to set strict boundaries. One can't help but wonder, why now? Has Travis only just realized the issues? Or is he only speaking out because he's been criticized for treating his youngest child differently? And more importantly, what practical steps will he take now to right his wrong? It's also unclear how Alabama feels about her father now publicly expressing regret over how he raised her. Will she tone down her posts on TikTok? Will there be any real change in her behavior? It's hard to say, but let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Moving on to our next topic, the Crumbl cookie controversy that left everyone talking. If you've been on social media lately, you've probably seen a ton of posts about the Crumbl cookie craze. For those who don't know, Crumbl is a popular cookie company based in the United States, and their cookies have been trending all over TikTok. People from different parts of the world have been eager to try these famous cookies, with some even traveling to the US just to get a taste. Recently, someone saw this hype as a business opportunity and decided to bring Crumbl cookies to Australia, or at least that is what they made it seem like.
I don't have it in Australia, but apparently these ones from the Cheesecake Shop are a good dupe. Let's taste them. First up, I'm trying red velvet. These were all $5.95, by the way. It's got a soft and fudgy texture, and I like the bits of white chocolate inside. Definitely on the sweet side, but I really like the flavor. I'd rate this a 7.5 out of 10.
The event was advertised under the name Crumbl Sydney on social media, and let's just say things did not go quite as planned. First off, the official Crumbl company quickly clarified that they only operate in the US and Canada and had no connection whatsoever with the Crumbl Sydney account. In fact, the Instagram account linked to the event was shut down shortly after this whole controversy blew up, though the TikTok account remains active. The Crumbl Sydney event had people lining up to get their hands on these cookies, even though they are being sold at an insanely high price, $17.50 for just one cookie, and $75 for 5 cookies. To put that into perspective, you can get 4 cookies in the US for around $21.
Organisers of an Aussie Crumbl cookie pop-up store have been forced to speak out after their weekend launch was labelled a scam. Hundreds of Sydney-siders patiently lined up to get their hands on a Crumbl cookie, which set them back $17.50. However, it's been revealed the pop-up wasn't an official event organised by Crumbl, it was instead put on by Aussie fans.
But despite the cost, people still stood in line, hoping to finally try the iconic cookies they'd seen all over social media. However, those hopes were quickly crushed. Many customers complained that these cookies were stale and far from fresh. When backlash started pouring in, the event organizers defended themselves, stating that they had invested $4,000 for travel and $6,000 for the cookies themselves.
Fake Crumbl cookie pop-up, they were just fans bringing over the cold, old cookies from the USA. They actually only sell for $5 there, and you guys still bought them.
They also claimed that they followed all the necessary procedures for importing goods, insisting that their goal was simply to share the Crumbl experience with Australians, not to make a huge profit. One commenter even wrote, "Now help me understand this. You're saying you aren't affiliated with Crumbl and not trying to pass off as them, but your TikTok is called Crumbl Sydney with a pink background?" It is safe to say that people felt misled, and the whole event seemed like an attempt to cash in on the Crumbl craze without delivering on the quality. It was a wild day in Australia, and people were understandably upset. But what do you think? Did the customers see this coming and still chose to give it a shot? Is this company as innocent as they claim? Or were they just trying to shift the blame onto the customers? And do you think there will be any real consequences for them? Or will these all blow over soon? Let me know your thoughts in the Crumbl cookie controversy. Also, feel free to share your opinions on Alabama Bakar's situation. Do you think Travis's regrets are genuine? Or is he just trying to fix his image? That's all for today, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest buzz. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, loves.